Hello and good morning. It's Tuesday, March 5th, and today is a wonderful day to talk about some of the great technology that's happening around the world. This is Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson, and let's get into it. All right, so today there's there's a lot to cover, so bear with me here. We're going to get into it, and it's a lot. So here we go. Let me just move myself out of the way. There we go. All right. So the first things first. This came out yesterday. Anthropic says its latest AI can beat Gemini and ChatGPT. So this is interesting because Anthropic's LLM or large language model is called Claude 3, the new one. It's called Claude, and then 2.1, and then 3. They made it really safe, like overly safe. So what they're trying to do here is allow it to answer harmless questions. So I think one of the interesting things is that they're kind of starting to they put the guardrails on and they're starting to take them off slowly now. So if I scroll down here, you'll see. Let me just scroll down here. Here, this is an example of where undergraduate level knowledge, for example, it's outscoring GPT-4. It actually Claude 3 is outscoring GPT-4 on almost every measure that they've put here. Graduate level reasoning, grade school math problem solving. I did see something today that is interesting because it's a Google proof Google proof test or benchmark test. So we'll get into that in a minute, but it looks like Claude 3 is really doing well. Now the interesting thing is GPT-4, which is the current benchmark standard, finished its training data in 2022. So, it almost feels like everybody's playing catch up. And when GPT-5 comes out, we'll see how these hold up. So you can run over and grab a copy of that and try it out at Anthropic. Speaking of AI that gives horribly wrong answers, TurboTax is adding an AI that gives horribly wrong answers to tax questions. I am not a lawyer or an accountant, but I don't think you should be relying on a large language model to give you precise tax advice. Although, this quote here, I feel that my job as a tax professional is very secure. I feel like this is only a matter of time because, as tax law changes rapidly all the time, I believe that, assistants like this, Intuit Assistant that they're doing here, I think we're going to see this get much better, much, much faster. So, one man's, comment that my job is secure as a tax professional. Yes, maybe, but for how long? All right, on to space travel. Blue Origin is really starting to think about putting humans in space. So, Blue Origin is looking for a job role with experience with human spaceflight or high performance aircraft systems. So they're hiring right now. If you know anybody, they're doing that right now. But this is the New Glenn rocket here, and there's a great podcast. Lex Friedman did a podcast with Jeff Bezos and talking about the New Glenn here, and it's really exciting. Space travel is just like, wow. I mean, wow. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a really incredible thing that we did in the 60s and then never did again. And now we're entering a new era of space flight and space travel. So very exciting there. Now on the opposite end of the spectrum, student fights AI cheating allegations for using Grammarly. So education is wrestling right now with how they feel they need to evolve in a way that assesses writing. So one of the interesting things, what they did was this student was using Grammarly, which is a very simple app that a lot of people use to just help with their writing. Look for prose, typos, grammar errors, that type of thing. And so she ended up getting a 0 grade, and now she's in academic probation. So she's fighting this now, and I think universities need to start figuring out how to work with this instead of giving people zeros on this. I get it that she used AI to help her write it, but isn't that what business is going to be doing in the future anyway? All right. The dawn of pilotless fighter jets. The U.S. Air Force set sights on future of warfare. Look at this thing. This is a pilotless aircraft capable of, I guess, delivering, I want to say aid, but I think it's probably more like bombs. But yeah, it's going to be completely pilotless. We're going to see, I'm pretty sure they already have these things. They've been using them for a while. And it's one of those things that, if we can create pilotless jet fighters, where does it end? Do these fighter jets have the ability to make autonomous decisions on firing on humans? So I think there's a lot of ethical questions around that, but there's no doubt that having less risk for American fighters, war fighters, and war fighters in general around the world is probably a great thing. And it's probably cheaper because you don't have to train pilots anymore. On to more fun stuff. Apple unveils the new 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Airs with the M3 chip. So the world's most popular laptop is getting better than ever with performance, faster Wi-Fi, and supporting up to 2 external displays. Awesome. It's strikingly thin, light design, of course, and 18 hours of battery life. I can say I have a MacBook Pro with an M1 chip, and when I bought it, the battery was, oh my God, amazing. If only Apple could figure out a way to keep that battery life over the life of your computer, it would be amazing. The other thing here is the M3 has a distinctive chip for AI, or has a better performance with AI. So we'll see how this goes here. It says here, MacBook Air is one of our most popular and beloved Macs, with more customers choosing it over any other laptop, and today it gets better with the M3 chip and new capabilities. So I'm excited personally because if you travel a lot, having a lighter laptop. Now, the interesting thing about this, it's actually using 3 nanometer technology. And I know if you watched yesterday, Intel just announced that by 2027, they're going to be pushing their 1 nanometer chipsets. So this is, really incredible that we're shipping products with 3 nanometer technology already in the market coming. And I pre-orders for this, you can start ordering this. I believe it's not in this one, but you can order this in 2 days, starting on Friday. All right. Not so good with Apple, as they were just fined 1.8 billion euros, or 2 billion, for breaking streaming rules. We talked about this yesterday. There really is a monopoly here with the app stores, and so it's coming to pass here. And 1.8 billion for a $2 trillion company is what's a billion between friends? But it is still a good indication that governments around the world are starting to realize the full potential of monopolies like Apple. On the other side of the pond, you have JP Morgan's AI-aided cash flow model can cut manual work by 90%. I should have put this back to back with with this one here of what was it? This one here, TurboTax. I should have put it next to this because TurboTax is giving wrong advice, and JP Morgan's is cutting manual work by 90%. So they're going to be selling this as a large language model. They have thousands of people using it already. So see what happens here. LLMs for banking, I think, are going to be a huge thing. This is interesting. It's an open letter. Again, there's another open letter out there. This one's by SV Angel. I believe it's Silicon Valley Angel Group. Build AI for a better future. We call on everyone to build, broadly deploy, and use AI to improve people's lives and unlock a better future. And the purpose of AI is for humans to thrive much more than we could before. And I've actually applied my name to this, and you can too. I'll put the links in the chat from both LinkedIn Live and YouTube Live. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. And I will be doing this every single day, weekdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. So if you want to catch the news every day, this is where you'll find it. All right. Now, this I saw was really cool. And I don't know how old this is. It came across my desk today. But Arc is the Chrome replacement I've been waiting for. So this is actually really interesting. It's a new browser. And it's not just a new browser like, oh, look at Brave, or look at these other browsers, but it's a complete rethink of what a browser could do. It's got these little side panels that pop out, the ability to switch between work and personal, and it's really just, you can customize your colors. It's just a really beautiful looking new browser, and it seems to have really great functionality. And when you type in, for example, if you're looking for a video, you can type in video and it actually populates it right in there. You don't have to open a new tab. It just opens it, and the tabs are kind of listed in the side rather than across the top. So it's a new way of working, but yeah, check it out. It's arc.net. All right. This is really cool. ChatGPT just introduced a new feature yesterday, and the GPT can now read its answers out loud. This is good for accessibility. It's good for just people on the go. Maybe you're in your car or something and you want to answer quick. It's really interesting because it'll actually answer you in 37 languages. It will auto detect the language that it's reading. So if you type in a question in Arabic, it'll answer you back in Arabic, not only just in text, but also in voice as well. So that's really cool. And it's going to be on web and app across iOS and Android. And it's going to be available on the free version of 3.5 and 4. So that's pretty cool. I really love it. I tried it this morning. It didn't work, but hopefully it'll be rolled out soon. This is neat. So check this out. This is not a video. I'm actually doing this real time. Woo! And so this is a Gaussian splatter used on Luma Labs. So they took a video of this castle, took a video fly around with a drone, and then it produced this incredible 3D representation of it. And as you can see, it's not perfect, but imagine if you needed a castle in your video game and you just wanted it off in the distance. That's good enough for what you needed. And so you can now grab this as a 3D object, drop it into your game, and there you go. It's not as good as some of the other models I've seen here with the stitching and stuff, but that can probably be improved with more video and maybe a few passes of the castle to get details around the eyes or around the windows and stuff. Super cool. This is neat. I don't know if you would do this. It has nothing to do with technology, but oh my God, check it out. Whoa, this is in Doha. There's a glass floor stairs. It just freaking me out. Would you do this? Let me know in the comments. I thought it was super cool. You can see all the way down. It seems a bit terrifying, to be honest. And yeah, that's awesome. All right. This is super cool. So this is the T2 remake, Terminator 2 remake. It's a crowdsourced feature-length parody remake created with a community of 50 AI artists. And here's some, here you go. I'm actually going to put the sound on here because the sound is definitely worth doing. Give me 2 seconds. I have to share this one with sound. Go. Okay. So let me go full screen. Check it out. This is T2, the remake by AI. Or not. Okay. Maybe that's part of the T2. The robots have taken over. You don't get your video. What's going on here? Hold on. Let's try it again. Let's see what's happening. Did I lose the internet? Here we go.
Get to the chopper, baby. And they say AI can't do hands.
My boobies can dance better than you, asshole.
Love it. How crazy is that? What a great way to end today.
It can mimic any object it touches within reason.
It's so cool. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And the last thing I'll show you today is really cool here. It is just a new use case. We actually built one of these, a shoe shopping thing for the Microsoft HoloLens and the Magic Leap about 5 years ago. So, it's good to see that people are bringing back these concepts. When we built one, it was cool because we grabbed the basketball shoe it actually teleported you into a basketball court, and so it had the sounds of the basketball and stuff. So this is a a shelf in 3D, but for the Apple Vision Pro. So cool. With that, this has been the Daily Tech News, and I'm very excited to sign off today. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Peace.